Hi beauties, welcome to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in with me. I have been trying different looks lately, and for today's look I wanted to use my new NYX liners. I went a little crazy. Otis was having this buy one get one free sale, and I have been seeing a lot of spring looks using these pastel liners, and I was like, okay, I know that I heard that they flake really bad, but I still wanted to give them a try because they look so pretty on the looks, and they do kind of crack, but for like if you're just using it for a line that's really basic, it doesn't really show too bad. So I still love them because they just really just take your look to the next level, and you can get really artsy with it. So for this look I did this cut crease, and well, it's a double cut crease, and I used this pastel yellow in the crease line, and then I used these peachy glitters, and then it actually fades into a pink glitter. And so yeah, if you guys are interested in seeing how I got this look, please stay tuned and please make sure to subscribe. Hey beauties, alright, getting started with the Mousse Brow Obsession palette from Unique and the Artist Duo brush from Unique that has a tapered end and has a flat end for a concealer. And I am starting to work my brows. I put a line at the bottom using the dark, and then I brush the product up from that line so that it isn't so harsh. Then I go in with the lighter brown and brush that into the brow. When I get to the tail end, I use the dark, and towards the middle and the front, I use the lighter brown. Then I line the top, and whatever is left on the brush after doing all that, I use for the very front to keep it where it's not too dark in the very front, so that it looks natural. And there you see I'm doing feather light strokes with whatever little product is left so that it doesn't get too dark. Then I'm cleaning up my brows with the Skin Perfecting Concealer from Unique in the color Cashmere using the flat end of the Artist Duo brush. I like to make a unibrow with the concealer, as you can see, to make sure that the brows are leveled, and one is not higher than the other. And then I just clean up my brows. Then I put down a NYX white base off camera, and I just used the brown from the brow palette to create the lines where I want my crease to be. Because I have hooded lids, I go a little bit above my natural crease. And I'm in the Saharan palette from Juvia's Place, and went into this reddish brown color, and I'm using that to diffuse the line that I put down for my crease. And you just have to blend a lot for the cut crease look, so I'm just blending. We'll be doing a double cut crease with this look. Then I'm going into that bright coral color, and I'm blending that right on top of where I just blended the reddish brown color. I'm going into my Kylie Cosmetics Peach palette, going into that light peach color and using that to diffuse the colors that I just laid down. And I'm just going to go back and forth blending it and adding a little bit more as I go along until I get the desired effect. This is going to take a lot of blending, so just take your time and blend. Like this right now is fast forwarded 4 times, so just imagine how long it actually was taking when I was doing it. Now I went into this coral peach color, and I just blended that right on top as well. Right now I'm just creating depth going into all the colors, and back into the light peach, and just blend until I got the desired color. Now I'm cutting the crease using the Skin Perfecting Concealer and a flat concealer brush, and I'm just creating a line right across. To cut the crease, especially when you have hooded lids, you have to really take your time and make sure you don't go too high or too low. You have to go a little bit above your crease in order for you to be able to see the colors that you put on your lid. So that's why I'm a little above my natural crease. Now I am redefining my crease, going right back into my Brow Obsession palette and going into that brown color, and I'm using a pencil brush to do that. And I'm just created a line right where I created my crease, and I'm just diffusing that right now, blending with the pencil brush. I'm going right back in, and I'm just going to go back and forth until it's to my desired effect. making sure that line is as straight and crisp as possible. And then redefining with the concealer again. Back into that peach color and diffusing those colors and blending them all together. Then going into that color, I believe it's called cinnamon, and I'm using a flat brush to apply that right onto the lid. And we're going to leave a little bit of space between the lid and the crease because this is going to be a double cut crease look. So I'm just spreading the color across the lid, and when I get close to the line, I'm just making sure to be very careful not to go into that area that I'm leaving open for the double cut crease. Then that brush that I was using before wasn't packed enough, so I just felt like I needed something that was more packed, and I got a different flat brush, still a concealer brush. Now I'm going into my concealer, and this is like, it's not a pencil brush, it's like one of those thin brushes. It looks almost like a paintbrush. This one, the bristles were a little bit too sparse, so I had to get one where the bristles were a little bit more together, but I'm just defining that double cut crease a little bit more in that negative space area using concealer in this brush. You can see the brush there. And I'm just making sure that the line is straight. And this brush is doing much better at getting the line straight. So just take your time on this part. Alright, now I'm just redefining the crease a little bit more to make sure the line is really cut straight. And now I'm setting that area where I just applied the concealer so that it doesn't crease. At this point in the look, I wasn't sure exactly what I was going to be doing. I'm kind of just going just doing it as I go. There's no plan. But I just went back into the brown in the brow palette again to redefine that line right above the double cut crease, and then I went right back into that peach color to diffuse it again to get the desired effect. And I'm just blending everything together, making sure that everything is going together perfectly. On my lid, I'm putting the NYX glitter adhesive right now. And then I'm going to be applying some glitter. It's like a peachy orange color. And then at the end of the eye, I'm going to be ombreing it into a pink glitter. And I'm just using a really small definer brush to apply the glitter. The glitter I actually got from Amazon. I think it was $11 for 24 different glitters. And they work really well, so I'm really happy with that purchase. And I'm just applying more glitter. Then I'm going in with my NYX Vivid Liner, and I'm using the yellow color. And I'm going to apply that right into the line where I created the double cut crease. I just felt like artsy, like I wanted it to pop more than it was popping, and I was like, well, let me use one of these vivid colors. And I really like how it came out. I think it's very unique and different, and it's always fun to try different things with makeup because you can do so many things. You can just see how much bigger my eye looks just from creating this line. And then I'm using the NYX matte liner, and I'm just doing my winged liner. It has a very, very thin applicator, which is perfect for when you're doing your liner because you have so much control. I really like these liners. And I like to create my liner by going from the middle to the back and then connecting it from the bottom. That's the best way for me when I do my liner that I found. And then I work my way into the front of my eye so that I don't make it too thick at the front, because your liner can't be too thick with hooded lids or it just takes over your whole lid. So if you're not doing anything special on your lid, then it's fine if it's thick, but if you are, then you want it to show. You want to make sure that you don't make the liner too thick because you only have so much lid space that shows. And I just applied a little bit of glitter right between where I did the wing liner and where I did the yellow. And I'm going to use a makeup wipe to clean up that side so I'm not worried about the glitter at the side. So now I'm putting on this white base from NYX and going into the Kylie Jenner Peach palette. And I'm going into the light peach color and the cinnamon color and blending those two together underneath my eye. Now I'm going back into my Saharan palette from Juvia's Place, and I'm going into this beautiful pearly white color and applying that as my inner corner highlight. And then I went into my Milk pencil by NYX, and I'm applying that white color right into there so it doesn't crease. And then I went into this really gorgeous turquoise greenish color, and I'm applying that into my waterline just to add a little bit more pop of color, but not too much to take away from what I have going on the lid. Then I'm applying my Tarte mascara. I just got this on sale from Ulta for $10, and I wanted to try it out. Now that I've done my other eye off the camera, I'm using my makeup wipe to clean up my eye and clean up the glitter that's underneath the wing liner. And clean the glitter off my face that had any fallout. And then I just felt like I needed to fix my liner a little. Now I went into this Benefit Glowy primer, and I'm applying that so that I have a glow. I'm using my Behold translucent powder from Unique to set that primer. And then I'm going into my LA Girl liquid foundation, and I'm applying that. It's like a prolonged wear, I believe, and I really like it. I'm using the color Warm Caramel. It's a little, like a hint too dark for me, but it's fine because it's about to be summer. It's getting, spring getting warming up, so it'll be the perfect color soon. Then I'm using my Skin Perfecting Concealer in Cashmere and my Studio Pro BH Cosmetics Concealer. I mixed the two because my color from the Unique one is a little too dark for highlighting. And then I'm going into my Sculpting Trio from Unique and going into that cream contour, and I'm applying that on my face, going into the hollows of my cheek and my forehead and my nose. Then I'm going to be using a small stippling brush to blend out that contour. And I'm using my Real Technique sponge to blend out the concealer. And I'm making sure to blend it into the contour so that everything goes together. Yeah, I just felt like I needed to fix my liner. Kind of was not how I wanted it, so I scraped it off and then I just redefined how I wanted it on the end. Perfect. Now I'm going into my Sacha Buttercup powder. I like to use this color to bake because it has a yellow tint. It brings a little bit of color back to my face after going into the foundations and concealers. The translucents kind of make me feel a little ghostly, so I like to use this one with the yellow tint to bring just a little bit of color back into my face. Going into my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit. I'm going to be using that to contour my cheeks and go over all of the contoured areas that I used the cream on. And then I'm just redefining underneath the contour to make sure that it's a straight line and it's not all over the place. And I just put on a little chapstick because my lips are a little chapped, and I'm going to be putting on some lipstick soon. Blending away the Sacha Buttercup powder for any loose powder. Going into my Sweet Blush from Unique and applying that to my cheeks. It's this beautiful light rosy color. Going into my MAC Cheeky Bronze Skin Finish. It gives a little bit of a highlight to the blush. Then going into my Anastasia Beverly Hills Nicole Guerrero palette and going into the color Kitty Cat for my highlight. I've been loving this palette. And then I'm going into the color 143, and I had mixed that in also. That's why I was showing you. I already put that on top of it. And then I just felt like I needed to redefine just a little bit of my brow, so I just brushed just a little bit more in there. Now I'm using the Proper liner from Unique, which is this dark brown. And then I'm going into my Kylie kit and using my Peach pencil to go in the middle to create an ombre. And then I'm putting on my Peach lipstick. And then redefining a little bit with the brown liner. Then going into my Jouer Papaye and adding that topper right on top, or it's actually a lipstick. Adding that right on top because it has this beautiful iridescence to it. And then going into Kitty Cat from Nicole Guerrero palette. I just wanted to add a little highlight to my lips to add a little more iridescence. And this is the final look, beauties. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I love this artsy cut crease. I'm really happy with how it came out. I'm going to have some pictures at the end here so you can see I played with the lip a little also. I did like a gold stripe down the bottom and the middle, and then I added glitter just to get a little bit more artsy. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. Please make sure to subscribe, and I will continue to make content. Please continue to support. Thank you so much. Love you guys. Mwah.